If you're considering on selling your home, now is a really great time. Our inventory levels, as I had mentioned in a previous video, are 50% down. So imagine how many buyers are just waiting to get into a house right now. There are a lot of things that you can do. So today I'm going to give you some tips on how to get your house ready for the market that won't break the bank. So number one thing that you want to think about, and this is something that your realtor should be doing with you, is properly marketing your house. The very first impression any buyer is going to have of your property is going to be online today. So you want to make sure that the photos are professionally done. Do not have someone come in with their phone and take quick pics of your house. That is not doing you justice to sell your property whatsoever. So you want to have that first impression online be done by a professional photographer. Ideally, in today's day and age, especially with the pandemic, there are fewer people who are willing to step foot into a house until they've been able to walk through it online. So there's a lot of opportunities to do professional videography and 3D imaging, which is sort of like, you can think about it almost like a little game where you can tap into each room and look around, look up, look down, and basically see the whole property even without physically being in it. So these are fantastic tools. Again, this is something your realtor should be providing to you. Another option is social media, and we know how important social media has become. So you're going to want to make sure that your house is on social media. You want to make sure it's on the MLS. The MLS is our source database. It's where all the agents come and list properties. So that will then send data pushes out to other websites like Zillow, Redfin, other real estate websites. And this is how your house is going to get maximum exposure, right? So all these things are really important, but these all sort of fall on the realtor's shoulders, right? So hopefully you're working with the right realtor. If you're not sure, come talk to us if you're looking to sell your house and you haven't chosen your realtor yet. Things that you can do on your own, things like power washing. Power washing goes a long way. You may think your house needs a fresh paint, but it doesn't. It might just need a really solid clean. And what you want to make sure of is whoever you hire for the power wash knows what they're doing. You do not want them to go upside down on the roof and power wash it. It could damage the shingles. So you want to make sure that you work with a power washer who understands how to wash the house properly. So make sure you vet them out. Also, don't try to do it yourself. If you don't know what you're doing, you might actually cause more damage than good. And what we want is a clean, squeaky clean house, right? So definitely hire a professional for that if you're really not sure how to do it yourself. First impressions come to, what does your yard look like? What does your front door look like? What does your garage door look like? These are the first things that people are going to see. And people might be driving by your house and it's not an open house, so they're not going to stop in, but they want to do a drive-by. Think about that. Your house, once it's listed, it is being seen. And so when someone is coming by your house, you want to make sure it is looking show ready all the time. So make sure if you have any deferred maintenance on the upkeep of your front door, if you need to replace it, if you need to replace the screen, if you just need to fix something, if you just need a paint job, do all of those things. Those are small things that are going to go a long way. Don't neglect your yard. If there's a ton of leaves, clean it up. If depending on the season, you can plant some flowers, which are going to bloom really nice. Pops of color in front of your house go a long way. A beautiful welcome mat, beautiful flowers on the side of the door. You can even do it seasonally, different types of flowers for the different seasons. And think about your garage door. Does that have chipping paint? Do we need some do repairs there? These are all first impression things that you could take care of very well long before you're ready to list. The other thing is that a lot of home sellers don't think about is the deep clean. And a lot, we all clean our houses and we get busy, so we don't always get into the small little crevices that we're supposed to. And over time, as you live in your house, this is the same for small repairs. You don't see it anymore. You forgot that the tile was cracked. You forgot that the wood was rotting. You forgot because you no longer see these things in your home. So what you'll want to do is take a day, put on a different set of glasses and really scrutinize your house. What are the small repairs that you can just get out of the way? You know, maybe it's just small, maybe it's paint and patching things up. Maybe it's just a fresh coat of paint would go a long way because, you know, there's been so much going on in the house that walls has been scuffed quite a few times. So, you know, things like painting are going to go a long way. Getting your floors redone are helpful, and really deep clean your house. And if you need to bring in an organizer, bring someone in to help you organize, you know, all of your stuff, because once it's organized, your house is going to look like it has so much more space than it did before. You know, before you organize it or you brought a professional in to organize it. And if you need help with anything, you have to know that you're not alone. And we are well connected in our community. We can bring you someone to organize your house or to clean it, to help you pack. We always recommend packing around 60% of what you own. You're going to have to pack anyway, so you might as well get an early start on it. And you really want to make sure that you're taking away all this clutter in the house, because you want to show that you have this spacious, beautiful home to offer to a new buyer. So those are just a few tips for today. Obviously, we have so many more. We also do a seller's consultation and buyer consultation, so we can help you on both sides. And we'll have a few classes coming up, so stay tuned for that. Lastly, we do have a home seller's guide. It's very, very detailed. So if you wanted more help or you really want to dive in and learn a little bit more, don't hesitate to reach out.